Hey guys, this is my first video and I'll be showing you my Blue Eyes deck. So yeah, this is my favorite deck. Obviously Blue Eyes is a very strong, powerful deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously one of the most iconic monsters and also overall best. So yeah, I'll be showing you my deck profile. So starting up, you're running triple Blue Eyes White Dragon. Obviously standard in a Blue Eyes deck. You always run 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. Simple enough, a very ferocious dragon with ungodly power. Triple, sorry, alternative Blue Eyes White Dragon. Obviously a staple on a Blue Eyes deck. Uh, Reveal a Blue Eyes White Dragon Blue Eyes White Dragon from the hand and special summon it. This card is treated as a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field in the graveyard, so you can use this as contact fusion for Twin Burst. His effect is once per turn, you can target one of your opponent's monsters, destroy it, but it cannot conduct battle damage. Your battle. So yeah. Triple the White Stone of Ancients. This is one of the most strongest of all the Blue Eyes cards because you can send once per turn during the end phase if this card was sent to the graveyard because of their sent to this turn. Sorry, excuse me. I got a little bit of. You can special summon a Blue Eyes monster, which means you can special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon or Spirit. You can manage this and add any of your Blue Eyes monsters back to the hand. So yeah, it's a very strong and powerful card. One of the best ones of all. Triple Sage. Sage is a searcher as well. When this card is normal summon, add a light tuner to the hand. If this card's in your hand, you can target one light tuner monster from the field, destroy that, and this targeted, and special summon a Blue Eyes monster, which is Blue Eyes White Dragon and Spirit. That's how you do it. You can search, the White Stone, Effect Baylor, the Legend of the Stone, any of your light level 1 tuners, search it, and you're doing great. Double Spirit, Double Dragon of Spirit of White. This is obviously something that everybody has to play in Blue Eyes, double of them. Triple, you get very, very, very bricked. Never play 3, always play 2. But if you want to play 3, it's your choice, it's your deck. Do whatever you want. Spirit, this card is treated as a Blue Eyes card. Also, this is also treated as a normal monster. During either when this card is normal or special summon, target one of your opponent's spell or trap cards and banish it. Quick effect. You can choose if your opponent has a monster, you can choose summon him to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Here's the thing: his effect is not once per turn, so you can use Silver Cry, Return of the Dragon Lord, in one turn and special summon these guys, or do Sage's effect and pop him and special summon whatever you want to do. You do crazy things with this dragon, which is amazing. So the next monster, you're running Double Master with Eyes of Blue. He's another great addition to the deck because when this card is normal summon, add back any of your light tuners. White Stone, Sage, whatever you want. If this card is in the graveyard, you can target one of your effect monsters. Any effect monster that whatever you want. Target them, shuffle them back to the deck, destroy it, and special summon a Blue Eyes monster. Obviously this one. Anything that has the name Blue Eyes on it, except alternative. Alternative is you can choose alternative, but remember alternative's effect must be first special summon from the hand. Remember that, from the hand. So you can choose alternative depending on the conditions that you did for alternative. For the 1-ups, you're running 1 White Stone of Legends, standard in a Blue Eyes deck. If this card's sent to the graveyard, add a Blue Eyes White Dragon. 1 King of D, this is the new support for the Blue Eyes. You can discard a spell or trap card, then search Dragon Flute, Melody of Awakening, and Dragon Rival Rhapsody. Obviously, you're not using this for the flute. For the flute, you're using for Melody and Rhapsody. Pretty standard. This is a good card, depending on how you use it or not use it. You can bump this up. You can take it off and put in on the second effect veiler. So this is where it goes. The first one effect veiler, obviously, because is a searchable because of Sage and Master at a light tuner. She's effect veiler is a light tuner. Obviously, this is your only hand trap and one of the best budgeted hand traps right now because it's a better option than Ash, Ghost Ogre right now because they're really expensive right now. And if you're using Ghost Ogre in this, remember, they're not searchable for Master and Sage. Ghost Ogre is a level 3 light tuner, so that's gonna be the problem. But obviously, if you want to go with excuse me, sorry, Ghost Ogre because she's a hand trap, go with it. It's your choice. This is the build of what I'm using. So that rounds up the monsters. Pretty simple. The Blue Eyes monsters are of the search that they do and the power what they do because they can just send them to the graveyard and special summon them from any ways possible that you don't even know. And for the spells, Triple Trading because this is your draw power. Set a level 8 monster. Discard 1 level 8 monster and draw 2. Pretty standard in a Blue Eyes deck or in a Dragon deck overall. Pretty much that. Triple Melody of Awakening. This is one of the other search cards that you have to have in your deck. Discard 1 card. This you use for your stones, legend, or ancient. You can even use this for Sage or anything that you want to discard, but mostly you're going to be discarding your stones. Then search a monster with 3,000 or more of attack and 2,500 or less of defense, which is pretty simple. Blue Eyes, White Dragon, Alternative, and Max Dragon. If you're running the Max engine. Then for your returns, obviously Return of the Dragon Lords, target level 7 or lower dragon monsters, special summon it. If your dragons will be destroyed by card effect or by battle, banish this instead. Pretty simple because if your opponent activates a Raigeki or something that will destroy your monster or by battle, this protects them. Pretty amazing card. And right now, it's a lot of these are searchable now with the new Kaiba collection. Double Dragon Shrine. This is something that you need. This is for, to send your stones, send spirits, send Blue Eyes, any of your dragons that you want to send. If you send you can send 1 dragon monster from the graveyard from the deck to the graveyard. If that monster was a normal monster, send another dragon, which is very simple. You can send a spirit and a stone. Pretty simple, and you can use return to return that dragon back. Pretty much, do some crazy XCs, fusion, sync, or whatever. The next card is Double Silver Cries. This is a very important card in your Blue Eyes deck. Double Silver Cry helps you return back your Blue Eyes White Dragon and your Spirit. Pretty standard, and this is a quick play card. So you can special summon back the Spirit and banish your opponent's spell or track cards. Pretty simple and very powerful card. The new spell, Dragon Revival Rhapsody. This card is insane because in one turn you can summon a lot, and you can use this for your XE dragons, your Synchro dragons, your Fusion dragons. It's just insane. As long as there's the the condition. You must have a spellcaster on the field. Effect Veiler, Sage, Master. Those are your spellcasters, and you can target up to 2 dragons. One has to be a normal dragon. You can use Spirit or Blue Eyes White Dragon as your dragon, but special summoning the other one can be any of the dragons that you want. Obviously, your opponent can't take damage, but it doesn't matter. Blue Eyes doesn't. It's raw power. They don't care. That's not what it is. For the next turn, your opponent will lose, depending on how the situation goes, and you do that. And for obviously, this is an optional card. Um, Depending on how you play. I play double twin twisters, obviously. So if something happens that they negate Silver Scry or negate the summon of that or the effect, I use twin twisters to destroy those the spell or track cards. Discard one card, destroy up to 2 spell and track cards. Pretty standard, pretty cool, strong card, still good. And for the 1-ups, you're running 1 card consonants. Obviously, this is for your tuner monsters for the Stone of Ancients and the Stone of Legend. Discarded and discard 1 light tuner monster and draw 2. Pretty powerful card. The 1 Raigeki, pretty standard. You can change this to a dark if you're not able to get a Raigeki. This is how I have my build. So yeah. Pretty standard for that. And for the traps, I'm running just 1 Solomon Warning and 1 Solomon Judgment. That's it. This is the spell round out. Very standard for some blue eye stuff, and also these are very standard for me. For I'm using more of the spells than the trap cards. This is for, you know, if I don't have anything to do something for the next turn, I have this to ruin my opponent's turn, depending on how it goes. Either way, some YouTubers use double Pot of Desires. The problem with Pot of Desires is it is powerful, but you could lose. And I mean, in a don't get give me do correct me wrong. I don't know, a 5 to 10 chances that you will lose all of your combo pieces. You would lose literally, I don't know, any of these cards. Any of your dragons, any of your your effect Baylor, depending on how it goes. That's why I don't run double Pot of Desires, because it's a very, very, very gambly card. Depending how you go for your build, even though you can use it for, you know, for the late games, it doesn't matter if it's late games. It's still a very powerful card and a very gamble card to do. So that's rounds for these spells and traps. Nothing too very standard for a Blue Eyes deck, and my opinion, obviously everybody has their own opinion for that, and I'm really appreciative of that. So now for the side deck. Yes, I'm going first for the side deck, then we go for the extra deck. So obviously that I said at the beginning, I run 2 Chaos Max, 2 Advanced Rituals, 1 Chaos Form. Obviously, if you want to go to the max engine, this is the max engine. You change whatever. 1 D barrier, obviously, for those pesky pendulum monsters, obviously, and 1 Maiden of What Eyes of Blue, obviously, because she's cute, and she's still powerful because, you know, she can negate the attack, and you can special summon a Blue Eyes monster, Blue Eyes Dragon, and also you can target her with Sage. And do a double summon there. Pretty amazing power there for that. And now for the extra deck. Obviously there's people use links in Blue Eyes. This does not use links. This is pure Blue Eyes power, like that. 1 Twin Burst. Can't focus. 1 Twin Burst. This is for contact fusion. You have to have 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon monsters on the field, send them to the graveyard, and special summon Twin Burst. Twin Burst can attack up to twice. It can be destroyed by battle. If that monster was not destroyed by battle, it goes banished. It doesn't target, it doesn't say destroy or anything, it just goes banish. A very powerful card. A very fun one too, because it can attack up to 2 and a lot of many things. 2 Blue Eye Spirit Dragons. This thing helps you unlock more of your extra deck. During the player's turn, can special summon up to 2 special summon up to 2 monsters. That's it. This ruins a lot of pendulum summoning, because, you know, pendulum summons you can go 5 monsters in 1 turn at the same time. You can't do that. You have to summon up to 2. During their player's turn, I can tribute this, tribute spirit, and special summon a light tuner dragon, light synchro dragon from the extra deck. At the end phase, it gets destroyed. The other effect that this has is if your opponent, if an effect of a monster effect activates in the graveyard, negated and destroyed. Even though it says negated and destroyed, it negates it, but overall that's how it is. Two spirits, which is the most prohibitive. Now for the other blue eyes, you're running 2 Azura dragons. Azura helps you with this. Why? Because when this card is special summon, your dragons you can currently control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects till the next turn. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can target a normal monster and special summon it. Pretty simple. Blue eyes or spirit drag, the other spirit dragon, because they're two normal. You're only 2 normal monsters, and also this protects from spirit's effect when at the end phase the monster gets destroyed. And for your level 8 monster, you're running 1 Crystal Wing. Excuse me. One of the most strongest synchros in the game. Obviously, you need a synchro for this. You need 1 tuner, and 1 non-tuner synchro monster. It's basically, you know, it's basically your go-to for a lot of strong monsters, and also has a negate effect during the player's turn, and he gains the attack, which is insane in many other ways. For the level 7 monsters that you're running, your other light tuner dragon, light synchro dragons. Oh, you're running 1 ancient fairy dragon, 1 black rose moonlight dragon, and 1 Michael the Arch Lightsworn. Now, ancient fairy dragon is a new addition for me. For the additional summon, and also this can destroy the Shudraco spell, Dragonic Diagram, and any spell, any field spell. This destroys it, and you get 1,000 life for, you know, from the Solomon warning, from the Solomon Judge that you use. You get that 1,000 for free. Obviously, you can't conduct your battle phase when you use Ancient Fairy's effect, but it's amazing to use it overall. Black Rose's effect is when this card is special summon, target a level 5 or higher special summon monster from your opponent's side of the field, return it back to the hand, which is crazy. Then Michael is, I think, my favorite one, because it has once per turn you can pay 1,000 and target a card in the field, banish it, which is insane. That's the overall craziness about that. Then for your Xyz, yes, we're gonna be running some Xyz. We're running 2 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. This guy is a very powerful monster. This is one of my favorite Xyz monsters. Detach, target one of your opponent's monster, take control of it. It has the Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon name, and the attack and defense. And all of your other monsters can attack except Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, and obviously the other monster that you took can't attack directly, but it can destroy the monster. That's how it works overall. But if you are, you know, running this with Lynx, you use his effect and take as a monster, and you can, if that monster was an XC, you can, you know, special summon there another XC monster, you know, because he has the Galaxy Eyes name. And the Galaxy Eyes name, you know, you can go full armor, dark matter, whichever was, and Cypher Blade, whichever those ones you want, because if you're running another Link Zone in your side, you have access to 2 more in 1 turn. So yeah, double Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, 1 Prime, number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Dragon. Obviously, it's Prime's effect. You can attach double. It gains 200 for each rank in the field. So it's like 62 or 62, I think, give or take. If this card attacks directly, the attack goes half. That's much. It has the for the Galaxy Eyes Photon effect, but you're not using that. You're using more for the attack, or for using it for the Xyz summoning for the next monster, which I'm getting into now. 2 full armor dragons. You can see summon with a monster who has Galaxy Eyes. Galaxy Eyes. Him and his materials become his materials. You don't use the cards. You use it for during once per turn. You can attach, target up one face-up card in the field and destroy it. Pretty much that's how it is. You can use that. So much. I will change one of these for the new reprint for Galaxy Cypher Blade Dragon, so I can test it, which is amazing. And for the last monster, you're running one number 95 Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. Yes, obviously for this you need a Galaxy Eyes monster. This is for more access to the grave for your deck, to throw out your Blue Eyes, to do the end phase special summoning or the search for the Blue Eyes monsters. Pretty simple, pretty basic. And his effect reads can be XE summoned with a Galaxy Eyes monster in the field. His materials become his materials become his materials. You can send up when this card was XE summoned, you can send 3 dragons with different names to the graveyard, and your opponent has to banish 3 monsters from their decks. And banish it face down. This card can, once per turn, you can attach. This card can attack up to 2 monsters, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the extra deck. Very basic, very standard for a Blue Eyes deck. I know a lot of people would run something else, like Titanic, Hope Harbinger, or Linkuriboh, and for the Link monsters and all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for bonus deck. Obviously, those are choices that people make. It's your deck, do your choices. This is the choice that I made for my Blue Eyes deck. But overall, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed my first video of my Blue Eyes deck, and I hope you have a liking for it. Thank you. I will see if you have any options or anything like that. Thank you very much for watching.